Look at that.
That's
Doubles
trippy,
up.
dude.
I feel like I've seen this on Mason Ho video.
Yeah, Mason surfs it all the time, and it's been like my dream wave to surf. But look at this thing's double up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this little setup stall. Try to get underneath it. It
Wow.
didn't barrel quite as much as I wanted. I got a little shampoo, but dude, how sick is that wave? It
That
just
is
like
so dope.
doubles up like crazy, and then you get this like sick cutback section at the end. Like the most playful, fun wave I've ever surfed. Like
That's
I'm-
awesome. Here, here.
All right, cheers. The boys are back from vacation. We all went on our own individual surf trips. Well, me and B went to Bali. It was going to be a team trip. She's the only one that ended up coming for various reasons. But then Justin went to Baja. Shane went to Hawaii. So we got some stories to share.
We got busy.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first because mine I feel like is the least least entertaining, least surfing probably, which is kind of sad going to Bali. But here's my excuse. So you know, there's like a lot of travel time. You go to Bali, it's like 27-hour travel time, and then we get there. I went to two places. I went to Canggu and Uluwatu, and you get settled and whatever. You run out of time. The cool thing is that you can get surfboards delivered to you. So of course I took advantage of that. They got like you just Google it, like surfboards in Bali or surfboard rental in Bali, and then it'll like send you to a WhatsApp number. So I picked out like Paisel, like 33 liters, fun board. Took that out to Canggu a couple of the days. First day was really small, not that good. Second day, I decided to beat the crowd, so I went out there at sunrise, and there was like 4 other guys out. Really fun waves. It was like 4 feet maybe, but I was just like nonstop catching waves. So that was the perfect day. And then we had to move to Uluwatu, so I like gave my board back.
How many days were you in Canggu?
Well, I had booked it for I think 4 days, but then the flight was like it said like second day arrival, which I guess is different than next day arrival. So like I was thinking like we leave on the 2nd, we get there on the 3rd. We left on the 2nd, we got there on the 4th. So I paid for like the villa for an extra day that we didn't even use it.
Gotcha.
So we were there like I think 2 full days, and then you know technically like 3 days maybe. So I didn't have that much time there. And then we went to Uluwatu, the nicer villa. But then we were like, oh, the cool thing about Canggu, I'm not gonna say the name of the spot because probably doesn't matter anyways. But people hate when you blow up the spots. But I found the possibly only right-hand sand bottom break in Bali because everything's left and everything's reefs there. So there's this place in Canggu. It's magical. And we had our Airbnb was like right next to the beach. So we could walk everywhere, didn't have to deal with scooters. So that was great. Then when we went to Uluwatu, it was like 15-minute scooter to the whatever closest beach. And it was flat. I've never seen it flat there. Like we've been there, I think we were there, it was kind of small on like
But it was
some of the
still
days.
good.
But it was surfable. There was like
Yeah.
nobody surfing when I was there, when we first got to Ulu. So we went swimming at Dreamland. There's no waves. And then it was like that for a few days. And then I also like didn't have a board there, and our scooters didn't have the racks. So I was just kind of like looking for a beach to rent a board at the beach. But then there was no waves. And then we like went to a party and stayed up till sunrise. And so the next day I didn't surf, but then it was like 10 feet. And then the last day that we were there, it was perfect size, like 4 to 6 feet, occasional 8. But we had to go to the airport at noon. So I watched it from the cliff as we had our last meal.
So you kind of got screwed where you got there and it was really small, and then you had like a couple days of fun and playing around, like partying, where you kind of like recovery. And then when you got to Uluwatu, it was just too big.
What party was it?
Well, it was
also?
flat. It was at Savaya. It was their like however many year anniversary. So it was kind music. And
Oh, that's your favorite.
I know, it was the best. Stayed up till sunrise. We left at like 8 in the morning. It was insane. And then you're like right on the cliff.
Yeah.
So this
So
like
sick.
all of a sudden it just gets bright, like kind of instantly. It's really weird. It's just like dark nighttime, and then
Really?
you turn around and it's like the sun's coming up and you can see all the ocean.
Huh.
It was really cool. But then obviously I was dead the next day. But then so like the 3 days leading up to that, it was totally flat.
That sucks.
So we swam one of the days, and then like I don't think we made it to the beach the next couple of days, and then we had the party, and then it was like 10 foot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I'll wait for it to get a little smaller, and then I forget if there was a day in between that, but then the day that it was good size, we had to leave at noon. And so, to like go and rent, you can't rent it. Can you rent a board at Ulu, like on the cliff? Or
There's
can
gotta
can
be
you only buy
somewhere.
them?
Yeah,
For sure,
probably.
there's gotta be places.
I didn't even look, but it's so much like get all your stuff together and make sure you're out on time.
You bought a board last time you were there.
Yeah,
At that little place.
that's the thing.
Have
I
you ridden
hate
that thing?
not very much.
I've got a
It
board
looks-
over
looks
there.
like
You
a
could
fun
borrow
little
it
board.
too.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's kind of like the same as my juice box.
True.
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 And nothing has my heart like the juice box. But maybe one day I'll ride it again.
Yeah. So the wave's uneventful, but the parties, the people.
It was a
fun.
good vacation. I work really hard, and it was nice to take a week off of just enjoying myself. And the millipedes were crazy. Actually, I spent a lot of my time scooping out the millipedes.
The millipedes.
Yeah, they were apparently like we didn't have it when we were there, but apparently it's a wet season thing, and we were also like lower down because me and you were on top of the cliff.
Yeah.
And we went to a couple other places. There were no millipedes, but the place where we were staying, they were just like constantly coming in because we had these sliding glass doors.
What is it? What's a millipede?
A millipede, it's like a
Like
thing
a
with-
centipede, but
yeah.
smaller?
but they
centipede, centimeter? Oh,
They
fuck.
have way more
They
legs,
have a
and they're
million
not.
legs instead of 1,000.
They're
Yeah,
not. They don't
dude.
like bite you and like poison you, but they
No, these
have
do.
cyanide.
They're cyanide. Oh, you know them.
Really?
Yeah, they have cyanide in their blood.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
apparently, so I looked it up. I'm like, are these things poisonous? Because I thought they were.
Damn.
And they're like, it has cyanide, but it's like only enough for a human. It'll just irritate your skin. But so I like had to scoop these things up, and they just like keep coming in under our door. There's no way to keep them out. And so I had like a method. If you scoop them up super fast, I had like a laminated sheet of paper from their little Airbnb book, and you scoop them up fast enough, they'll just like keep like trying to walk around on the thing, and then you go throw them out in the yard. But if they're in like a corner, and then you gotta like kind of like get them, and they know that you're trying to scoop them, they'll curl up into a little ball and shit, or it's the cyanide. I don't know which one, but they'll like drop this brown stuff out. And it makes a mess, and so you gotta be like really fast to scoop them, and then run them outside. And
What the hell?
the last day that we were there, I couldn't even. I was trying to do like a quick workout before we left, and I'm doing like push-ups. Like there's 3 of them. I'm like making sure I don't like lay on one. And at the last day, it was like too much, but we managed up until then.
Dang.
Yeah,
How many bintangs did you drink?
I drank a lot of bintangs.
Good.
What
How many
is-
cigs you
Give
smoke?
us an estimate. 60s?
We found the black cigs. I was actually gonna bring them back, so you can bring up to 200 cigarettes back, duty free, or I don't know, legally. Anyways, I don't know if you have to pay tax on them, but we ran out of time again. Like the last day, we were like trying to get everything ready to go, and we didn't have time. But I was gonna bring. I think it comes out to 12 or 16 packs of them.
The black clothes.
Yeah.
Dude, I just started salivating just thinking
Really?
about that. Yeah,
You
those
guys
things
are
are disgusting.
we
No,
smoked
they're
so many
disgusting.
of those.
Kids, don't
Okay.
do that shit.
Yeah, don't do it. It's
But,
like
like-
only in Bali.
Yeah, only
Totally.
only in Indo.
Or like
Justin
Europe.
goes crazy on those things, but we smoked so many at the show for when we
Nice.
stay up till sunrise.
Everybody smokes there, though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. There's
Yeah,
a
it's-
huge smoking culture in Bali.
Yeah, you're
I
like
mean,
sitting
now
in
that I
a
think about
restaurant.
it-
There's like ashtrays on every table.
Yeah,
like
we were
people are
smoking in
smoking next to
restaurants
you.
and
Like,
bars.
Totally. I mean, now that I
Pretty
think
bad.
about it, though, like, there's a smoking culture in almost every other country but America now, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know,
Like-
because it is so gross. Someone was smoking out front of here at the warehouse the other day. I'm like, this smells disgusting. Like, can you not sit in front of my warehouse and smoke? And I'm like, I was just ripped so many cigarettes. in Bali. Why is it different?
I don't know, time and place, I guess.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good trip, though.
it was good.
I mean,
So I want to
Bali's
keep.
Bali.
I want to do this every year, but I want you guys to come with. So
Mm-hmm.
see if we can make it happen next year.
Totally. Yeah, I'm itching to get back. Itching. But you went on a trip, too.
yeah, I went to Hawaii.
Wait,
It
we
was-
gotta finish strong with Shane. I feel like Justin.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess
Justin
so.
said
I mean,
he doesn't have as many good stories. I feel like Shane
Oh,
has
I
the
had
best stories.
the best trip.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
So-
Okay, well, then
so
I'll
I
get
went
into
to
it.
the warm place of Bali, and Justin went to the colder place of Baja.
I did, and I got better waves than you, but not great. Every time I go to Baja, like, I am reinforced with the idea that if shit ever hits the fan, I could be a drug smuggler. Because we got, like, we crossed, and I say this because, I don't know, we crossed the border coming back, and it was like It was a surf trip, yeah. Like, obviously, I brought my boards and I wanted to surf and all that. But, like, we were just super busy, like, moving. We just moved into a new house. We had, like, all this stuff. Like, got to get new furniture. We got to move in. We had family coming to visit. And we were just, like, super exhausted. And so we were just like, let's just go to Baja, do a little camping trip, surf, hang out, get some good food. And so it was, like, just relaxing and chill was kind of, like, the priority. And surfing was, like, the second priority. So when we crossed back, we had, like, all this house stuff that we got. Like, this big, like, water, this big jar to, like, hold water, like a 3-gallon water jug. I was kind of hammered and got suckered into buying this cow skull, this bull skull.
Oh, I saw that.
Bro, it looks
That's great.
It looks sick in the house.
How much was that?
$40. I was looking online. So I was looking online on Facebook Marketplace, like local ranches and stuff, and I couldn't find one for less than $300. And
you were looking for it already.
Oh yeah, I was already looking.
Nice. I was like, that's quite the impulse buy.
People were looking at me like, "What the fuck is this gringo doing?" But
they came up to you in the line?
No,
Okay.
like, so I bought it in this little town called Puerto Nuevo, and it's
Lobster
like
place.
Yeah, the lobster place, and they tried so Cece bought, my girlfriend, she bought this hat for herself for Stagecoach, like this bright red hat, and then she also bought a michelada in like the little cup. And so you got this white chick with a red hat and a michelada, which pretty much is like a walking sign of like, I'm buying whatever you try to sell me. So every fucking stand that we walked by was just like, amigo, best price for you. And I'm like, oh my God, stop it. And
I
then
feel like that going into any country as an American.
Yeah. But like you can, for sure. But you can like have like your eyes down and they know that you're not a customer. Yeah. This is the opposite of that. Bright red. It's like she might as well just been like holding a $20 bill and shaking it, you know? But then this guy comes out, like, it was funny because I was like, oh my God, like, people are going to try to sell stuff to us. Let's get to the car, like, put that stuff away. And as we're walking to the car, this guy comes running out with this skull head. And I'm like, okay, I actually kind of want that.
It's like the Instagram algorithm. He knew.
I never thought about it. Maybe that's what's behind all this stuff. There's just like there's like this like Mexican guy in a corner, like just, he wants this.
The algorithm.
Yeah. That's good. But no, dude.
Clip that.
Yeah, anyways, I had all this stuff. I bought this bull skull, got all this stuff. But, so then the car was a mess. Like, we had all of our camping stuff, the dog, the surfboard, all this random stuff that we bought. And we go across the border, and I have, like, Washington plates. We crossed pretty late. And the guy was like, where do you guys live? And I'm like, oh, San Diego, Ocean Beach. He's like, still rocking the Washington plates, huh?
That's true.
You know, which I get a lot.
You're supposed to have California plates.
Why?
I think it's like within a year of moving, you're supposed to have them.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the DMV.
Oh, dude.
No, I'm just saying, like, of course you're going to get, like, checked on that.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. But he's like, you still got the Washington plates, huh? Like that? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, kind of like susses me out. And then he's like, yeah, me too. It's fucking expensive down here. I swear to God. Just like that. And I'm like, and then I'm like, yeah, dude, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, all right, get out of here. Like, it went just like that. And I'm like, maybe I could throw a kilo back here. Having a rough year, you know? I don't know. But that tangent aside, surfing was actually pretty good.
Listen, don't worry. We're going to be good, all right? How Stevie's going places. You're not going to have to resort to drug muling.
I hope not.
Right?
My butthole's not not ready for that, dude. Can't be stuck in a Mexican prison.
No, I'm telling you, these skits are going to be good.
Yeah, I think so. But no, it was actually pretty cool. So
Wait, so how was your surf better than mine?
It was awesome. Well, I'll get to it. It was pretty awesome. But so we camped, and there's this famous right-hand wave that everybody knows about, but I'm not going to say it. But everybody knows it. And I went there and I checked it like first thing in the morning. Yeah. Ding 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 ding.
Nailed it.
Yeah. But oh, dude, speaking of Rosarito, the Rosarito Pier broke in half.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah, I thought the OB Pier is bad.
Didn't
broke in half.
Pier break in half?
No, but it's closed off. It's like,
It wasn't big though, was it?
I have no idea. I don't know what the problem was, but it doesn't make sense because it looks like a pretty sturdy pier and it's like almost like metal. It doesn't look like it's wood or something like that, and I don't know. It's like caved in. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't look like a wave knocked it out.
Oh, weird. Maybe like a too heavy of a truck went out on it to do something.
Who knows? I looked at that would be crazy if that's the case. But I looked it up and I couldn't find any articles on it or any news things or anything like
checks
that.
out.
Yeah, true.
All right, so the camping spot.
Yeah, but I went anyways. Yeah, sorry, tangent. But went camping. It was super fun, and then woke up super early, and then checked this right hand spot, and it was surfable. It was pretty good, but the tide was gonna change, and I was like, let's gamble, go get some food, come back, and then go surf, and it should be bigger. And sure enough, it was like the one time I freaking roll the dice and it actually comes up like.
Oh, it was good.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I was stoked. See, like, I when we passed the exit to like take the turn, I was like, oh my god, like we're gonna score. Nobody was out. Like nobody was out. It was freaking awesome. And as I pull up, there's like 2 other guys putting their wetsuits on. I'm like, okay, sweet, just the 3 of us. And I go paddle out, and it was just like. I mean, legitimate 200-yard rights, and it was like not howling offshore, but it was strong enough where it was just like a really good breeze off of like the cusp of the wave, and it was keeping the face open, so it wasn't really closing out. And I paddle out there, and I paddle into the first wave, and was too deep or something like that. Went over the falls and just got like just held down. And when I popped back up, I was like. We're on. Like, this is sick. Because it was, like, big. You know, it was, like, steep. It was perfect. Like, there was a face. And I was like, all right, I paid my dues. Like, now we're going to have a sick session. Caught another wave. Like, took it all the way down. It was super, super fun. The other 2 guys get out there. And it was, like, super unfortunate. I don't know what the hell happened. But for whatever reason, it just... it did that thing where it looks really good and, like, it's super steep. And then by the time it gets to you, it's, like, tapers off and it's too flat. Do you know? Do you kind of know what
killed it or something?
I don't
it just
know.
Got soft.
Yeah, it got soft. I don't.
Too offshore.
I don't know why, honestly.
So wait, so it wasn't good.
Well, it was good. No, it was really
It was good on the one that you wiped out.
Yeah, it was really, really good for like a 20-minute period. I got a couple more, but like, it was really, really good for like a 20-minute period, and then it was just like super underwhelming. But it was fun. The other 2 guys out there were pretty chill. One of the dudes is actually from Alaska, which is kind of trippy.
Ooh.
So we were like brainstorming on like what wave, because I geek out on Alaska surfing. Like we were brainstorming like where there would be potential waves.
You just tell him about your secret.
Yes, I
secret
did.
Trip.
Yeah, he said like it makes sense, but he wouldn't hear about anybody going there. I'll say it, like Dutch Harbor, Alaska, like on Alaska, that island.
Have you said it before?
No, but I encourage anybody to go there. It's just super expensive, and there's no guarantees, and there's only one hotel, and it's ridiculously expensive. So it's like, if you go on a mission there, it's like you're going to pay a lot of money, and you're not guaranteed anything. I really want to go check it out. But it's you're way better off if you want to have a good time. Like, with that money, you could easily go spend a month in Bali and surf epic waves or get skunked like you did.
But still be in paradise.
Yeah, but no, that pretty much like sums up the Baja trip. It was a good time. We got what we needed for it.
Exactly what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ate and drank well.
Yeah, we got great food, lobster, steak, beers, sangria. It was a good time. Yeah.
So what's a michelada?
I don't
it's
like
a
them.
beer and a tomato juice.
Clamatos, right? It's like clam and tomato juice in a beer. I hate it,
Like
but
spices.
and some tahini.
Yeah.
People love it. I don't like it.
I was craving a Bloody Mary the other day, but
Yeah.
anyways, Shane's got the real surfing to talk about apparently.
So I absolutely scored. I got some of the best sessions of my life. I got a VLAN bowl that was one of the like proper crazy double ups, and a session with only like 3 or 4 guys out.
Nice.
It was like one person for the beginning, and it never got more than 4 or 5 people out the whole time. I surfed for like 3 hours and just got like a bunch of barrels, a bunch of really good waves.
Sick.
Like everybody thought it was going to be maxed out, and I just absolutely scored.
That's crazy.
It
How
was
big was it?
ridiculous. It was like a couple feet overhead that day, and just like a little bit too big on the sets, but then the in-between ones were just like I was getting stand-up barrels. Like,
really?
It was crazy, yeah.
Oh my God.
I got one double up where I was like I got the bowl section, the VLAN bowl section, and then a second section like popped up, and I was at least 10 feet back in the barrel, like still riding, like with so much lip in front of me.
Really?
Like I've been that deep on like bigger waves, but this is only like a head high wave, and being like 10 feet back and still like almost making it out was pretty crazy. I like traveled like 4 feet over a foam ball, and then finally got taken out, and like somehow didn't smash the reef. But
Steve and I are immediately humbled.
it was gnarly. Like it was a heavy session, and I think
I told you guys Shane is the best on our team.
Rips.
So anyways, I was going to Hawaii. I was going on like a trip with just staying with my parents, and we had some family friends there. And I'm like sitting on the plane, and this girl's walking down the aisle, and I recognize there's this chick I hired at the surf shop I used to work for like 6 or 7 years ago. And I was like, no way, like, are you going to Oahu? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to the North Shore. I've been training to do some like big wave surfing. Like, she's from Puerto Rico. She can like surf pretty well. And she's like, I've been training to do big wave surfing, and I want to check out like the North Shore, but I don't know like any of the waves. And I was just like, I just found a surf buddy. I know all the spots. Like, I know like what they work on more or less, and like
that's awesome.
I'll like because I didn't have a car that I was gonna be able to use very easily. I was like, I'll take you to all the spots if you take me surfing. So yeah, we ended up scoring like a bunch of really fun sessions. We got Rocky Left super good, which is like the coolest little backside air section wave. We got Haleiwa. It wasn't that fun because I was on a 5.6 and everybody's on like mid lengths and high pro longboards.
How big was it there? That's my.
It's
favorite.
like a foot overhead. I couldn't
not
say I was
for
a fan.
5.6.
Not when you're the guy on the smallest board and there's 20 people with boards that are way bigger than yours. It's not fun at all. All the boys, like a bunch of the high pro longboarder guys were out, and they were like shredding, and I just wasn't. I got like 1 or 2 closeout sets, and I was like, fuck this place, I'm going in.
I had the opposite experience there. That was always like the easiest to go.
Yeah, I'm sure it was not the best day for it, not the best angle or anything. And then I got another session at Pauena Point, which is like a longboard, like tourmaline type wave. And I'm like paddling out there, and I see this chick ripping, and she's like hanging 10 and all this stuff. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, like it's like somebody you can surf. Like, I'm gonna watch kind of where they sit and all this stuff. And like at one point we were sitting kind of near each other, and I was like, I really like your style. You're like super graceful, and like your arms are just like so still. Like I longboard like a shortboarder. And she's like, oh no, it's like, she's like, you're doing super good. And we got like a couple hang 10s on waves, and we get into the beach, and my friend's like, oh my god, I can't believe you and Honolulu Bloomfield were like doing hang 10. She's like a 3-time world champion, like super good longboarder. We were like hanging 10, like her in front of me on a couple waves, and like
sick.
It was really sick.
That is super cool.
It was very.
Man, I thought we were gonna say, and then they lived happily ever after. But she's married, right?
I think she's married, but
that's
no,
cute,
I was
not
just
on that
like,
wave.
I was like surf crushing on her. Like, this girl has like the best style I've ever seen.
Yo, you guys ever go up to a girl and say your arms are so stiff?
Oh my god, so graceful.
Not hitting on her, just being like, I mean, dude, it's a 3-time world champ.
Yeah.
She's an insanely good
For
longboarder.
sure.
Like, I was just like in awe of how good she was. Like, like hanging 10 backside better than I possibly even can, and I consider myself a fairly good longboarder. Like, I was like, oh my god, this chick's insane. Like, didn't know it was a world champ that I was watching.
And yeah, it's always cool to see the good people in person versus like just on the videos.
Yeah, and she had such good local knowledge of kind of like picked off the peaks that she was kind of looking at and where she was sitting, and kind of like poached it a little bit. But I mean, it was still really fun.
Oh, we're beefing.
No, it was fine.
I'm over it.
I'm very respectful when I go to a new place, and I do catch a lot of waves. But anytime somebody else goes for one, I'm like, oh, go ahead. Like, I don't care. So anyways, but the VLAN sessions were insane. The first few, it was like really good, but there would be like 10 to 15 people when I got there, and at the end it would be like 40 to 50 people, and like Tosh Tudor was out there, Michael Ho, Coco Ho, like all of these like super good pros were out and just like absolutely shredding a bunch of like Groms that were throwing like big 360 airs and like dropping in like late airdrops onto the lip, getting barreled, coming out, doing like a big turn, getting a bonus barrel. Like they're like 12 years old, 15 years old. Like
That's so
little
crazy.
kids. And I was just like, oh my God, the like level of talent out of this wave is just insane. And yeah, just got so many good waves.
I wonder what's like, you think, because that's clearly like the training grounds or whatever, and where all the pros go. You think it's better than Bali? Or do you think it's just more, people have more money there to go surf and stuff?
I think
like,
it's better.
Yeah.
Like the quality of the wave?
Yeah, there's more variety in waves in a smaller area. Like Bali does have some super good waves, but I mean, where like Uluwatu could look like Pipeline, but then you don't have a Sunset, you don't have a VLAN, you don't have a Haleiwa, you don't have Mauna Kea. Like there's, I don't know, Bali has a few pretty good waves, but a lot of like kind of just decent ones. Like Nusa Dua is just kind of decent. Greenbush, or what is it? I don't know. Anyways, but I like that perfect VLAN double up barrel was just eluding me. And then the last day I drive up and it's like, there's one car parked next to the trail, and I'm like, shit, it's going to be closed out and too big. I guess I'll just go try Freddy Land because of my ear, I can't surf big waves. And I just, I walk down there anyways, and I see 4 people out, paddle out. 3 of them go in, and it's just me and one other guy for like an hour. Dude. They go in, 2 bodyboarders immediately paddle out. It's me and 2 other people for an hour. And then one other person joins us, another joins. And when it got up to like 6 or 7 people, I'd been paddling for 3 hours straight. And I was just like, I'm done. I can't like.
Without catching a wave?
Yeah, I was so tired.
Wait, no,
I
for 3 hours. Yeah.
Not hundreds of waves.
Because I hear like people at Pipeline, they're like, I waited 2 hours for my wave.
No, the current was so gnarly that I paddled the whole time. I got a couple clips here.
Yeah,
so
who filmed you or shot you?
I'll post his link on here. We have about a minute left on the time, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick quick reaction waves.
I can't wait to see these.
So
this is you.
I'm going to show 2 of them just so you guys can see them. And it's in slow-mo.
That's you right there?
Yep.
Were you wearing a helmet?
No, I was wearing a hat.
Oh, gotcha.
He didn't bring his host Stevie.
Yeah, I had to order a host Stevie hat, and I like yours a lot better than the Kind one, so I'm going to definitely rep that one. But this little setup turn. And then you can kind of see where it bowls in here. So on the next one, I'll show you. I kind of got caught behind it on that one. But this wave was the one that was pretty crazy.
Oh, look at that.
Look at how this.
What is this called?
Doubles
trippy,
up.
Dude.
Is this? I feel like I've seen this on Mason Ho video.
Yeah, Mason surfs it all the time. It's been like my dream wave to surf. But look at this thing's double up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this little setup stall. Try to get underneath it. It didn't barrel quite as much as I wanted. I got a little shampoo, but dude, how sick is that wave? It
that
just
is
like
so dope.
Doubles up like crazy, and then you get this like sick cutback section at the end, like just super the most playful fun wave I've ever surfed. Like
that's awesome.
I'm on cloud 9.
Just,
like I want to go back. I want to surf that wave a ton. Like that's the only wave I care about now.
Damn.
That's so good.
Yeah,
is that a reef too?
Yeah, it's all reef.
What's the name?
VLAN, Velziland.
That is sick.
Super sick. Love like best wave I've ever surfed probably.
Nice.
And
jealous.
we are probably running out of time on that camera. So any final words?
All right. Well, final words. I guess Shane wins this one. But,
big time.
There we go.
No surprise here. We all had good times. A little different something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll hopefully bring the boys back to Bali next year. Or to Bali.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. That's the pod.